Hi everyone, welcome back on my YouTube channel, Parth Doshi Learning by Doing. I have always loved collaboration and I have always loved making videos with different people from the industry. And once again, I'm bringing back a series of videos with Shripad. Hey Shripad, how are you?
Hey Parth, I'm good. I hope you are also doing well.
Yep, doing well. And I think after making this complete series of videos, everyone is going to do well. So let me just introduce Shripad briefly. I'll not give much more information about him, but as and when you see multiple videos coming with Shripad, you will know everything about Shripad. So let's get started. So Shripad has overall 15 years of experience. I've known Shripad from couple of years, like from when I started my automation journey. I've known Shripad and I've learned many things from him by just discussing with him. We have never worked together or we have never done a project, but just having a small conversation always has helped me. So today, the topic that we are going to discuss is why an organization needs to establish a COE. That is something that I want to understand from Shripad because he has been part of many different phases of the automation and the RP industry, right? So Shripad, what are your views on why does an organization need to establish a COE? And also, when an organization needs to establish a COE? Because as per my knowledge, what I have understood, like since I have many people in the community whom I talk to, I've seen they work in an organization where they don't really have a COE established, right? There are just development teams or there are just small teams who are called as RPA teams within the organization. So can you just help me guide through that?
Thanks, Parth. I think it's quite a wonderful topic to talk about because I think we are all maturing in automation. We're no more doing RPA, but we are
Right.
now looking at intelligent process automation. And when
Correct.
we're looking at that, we have various things coming into play. We
Mhm.
have our traditional RPA, we have AI, we
Correct.
also have cyber security, and we also have internal audits and controls coming into play if you're delivering automations for enterprise wide or maybe for critical domains like medical or products which are very much catering to consumers where there are a lot of standards that needs to be met. Now, when you are into such sort of a scenario, okay, or when you are maturing as an automation, it's highly important you need to build a center of excellence. Now,
Mm-hmm.
what is this center of excellence? See, center of excellence is a centralized team which focuses on a specific area of expertise, be it automation, AI,
Mm-hmm.
cybersecurity, which would go ahead and enable you
Okay.
to deliver that piece of work uh, end to end with proper standards, with proper ways of working, and with proper SOPs in place. And that's the reason we need to establish center of excellence for automation so that every automation that you're delivering for your business is met
Right.
with proper standards, has the right expertise involved, which tells you how should your design be,
Mm-hmm.
how should you go ahead and deploy it,
Okay.
and how can you go ahead and get efficiency out of it, and what's the best of the governance that you could look at. Okay,
All right.
so
All
that's
right.
the need of center of excellence. Hmm?
Okay. Okay. So one quick question over here. So just to summarize it, right? Can we say that a center of excellence is like a hierarchy under which there are multiple teams, or we can say multiple departments which have different expertise. Like there can be a team of people who are continuously working on what can be automated within the organization. There can be a team of business analysts, probably business analyst or program managers. They are a part of that. So there are this different expertise people of different departments. They all come under one center of excellence. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
But ways of working for different organizations is
Okay.
different. Okay, it totally depends upon the maturity that you're riding on. But globally, if you look at a center of excellence,
Mm-hmm.
sort of an organization or a team that you're setting up, okay, you need to have primarily uh, a person who is well connected with business, someone
Okay.
who knows business end to end. Off late, we call that role as business analyst.
Okay.
Sometimes we call that role as a person who
SMS.
defines value from
Okay.
business. You said something. Sorry, I
I,
missed that.
I I said, like, do we also call them as SMEs, like subject matter
Yeah,
experts?
subject matter expert. Yes,
Okay.
absolutely right.
Okay.
You call them value architects also.
Mm-hmm.
Now, these guys are very important because they will tell you what is the business
Correct.
looking out for in
Correct.
automation, what is the process looking like,
Correct.
what's the value that will be accrued if we
Mm-hmm.
automate,
Mm-hmm.
and tomorrow these guys will also help you with building the UAT scripts,
Correct.
UAT follow-ups, follow-ups with customer if you're stuck with development.
Mm.
And there are various things where you could get stuck with regards to application not working, sometimes the screens going off, and that
Right.
is where this particular role is critical. Then
Correct.
comes your dev team. Okay, your dev team
Mm.
should comprise of your solution architect. Your dev team should comprise of your technical consultants, functional
Right.
consultants, developers, senior,
Mm-hmm.
junior, as you say. Okay, and
Correct.
these guys should be well trained on automation as well
Right.
as AI. Okay, because
Mm-hmm.
that's the new thing,
Right.
Gen AI
Right. Right.
specifically. And
Correct.
in the end, they should be well aware of the dev practices. Okay, which are which
Mm-hmm.
are key to delivery. All right, and
Correct.
once you have them, you should have a couple of guys in as part of your support, because you
Mm.
need to
Right.
support these automations once they go live, and
Definitely.
that's another way to ensure that you're delivering end-to-end service as part of COE.
Mm.
Okay, and on top of it, you should have couple of players who manage the platform also. A platform
Okay.
in the sense, if it is tomorrow Automation Anywhere or Blue Prism or
Mm.
UiPath, you
Right.
need certain guys who should manage this platform, keeping the platform updated, getting the right elements deployed, getting the various features deployed to enable your business to get that technology delivered for you is important. So, for example, if you're in UiPath, then you
Mm-hmm.
need to understand that your platform either is in PaaS or in SaaS, and if it is in
Right.
SaaS, then are you having document understanding enabled? Do you have AI units to deliver for it? If you have AI center, is that
Got
configured
it.
correctly? All that
Got
stuff.
it.
If you have SaaS, then you need to also ensure whether your SOC reports are validated to meet the
Mm-hmm.
security guidelines also. So this is
Right.
how the majority setup is for a COE. Yeah.
Correct. Correct. Okay. So the last part, right, where you said that we need some platform architects as well. So they are the people based on how you are deploying the solutions. They will look after the complete management of it. Like, they need to be technically sound as well. Is that correct?
Yeah, so platform architects, so you define what's your platform architect going to do. Okay, your platform architect ideally in a COE should be looking at your UiPath or
Hmm.
Blue Prism or Automation Anywhere
Correct.
or any
Correct.
tool as a complete platform. Okay, and at the same time, if he's working on Azure, AWS, GCP, then he should have
Right.
some sort of a background about these technologies. Okay,
Right.
so that when he is trying to get something in place, then that is evident that he knows a good deal about these technologies also. So, for example, if you're on SaaS, okay,
Right.
and you're
Hmm.
looking at UiPath, then the logs that are generated out of orchestrator, they cannot lie forever on
Correct.
cloud, because
Correct.
that's the space consumption that would be
That
required.
is correct.
Now, and these logs get archived. Now, if you
Right.
want them to be moved to your own database, then you need to look at log shipping. Now, if you have to look at
Mm-hmm.
log shipping, then you need to have some sort of a knowledge on Azure on how to configure it. Look at the
Right.
docs, study path, understand, and get it installed. So something of that sort is what is evident. So
Mm-hmm.
a platform architect primary role needs to keep the platform up to date, needs to
Correct.
ensure his clients, that is like the robots, assistants, or the various systems that are connected to it are well
Mm-hmm.
updated. You're following the security protocols, and you're
Right.
ensuring that you're doing a proper audits on the user
Mm-hmm.
access management. so that the rightful users are also part of it. So
Correct.
that's the another role of a platform architect, which needs to be considered. So that's not a solution architect role, but a platform architect
Platform
role,
architect.
because he
Correct.
needs to ensure that the platform is secure
Right. Right.
and
Right.
it's following the right control guidelines.
Right. Right. So just so that the viewers can differentiate, solution architect are they are basically based for that particular automation that we are trying to build. But here, platform architect has to look to the complete overall thing of the deployment that the organization is doing. Correct.
Yeah,
So,
I
yeah,
think that's how it should ideally look like. Yes,
right, right,
you're right.
right. So we talked about like why does an organization need a COE? What is a COE? What are the different teams and all of it, right? And while you were talking, right, you just mentioned one sentence that based on the maturity where the organization is, right? So now when should an organization establish a CEO according to you? Like, what is that maturity level in an automation journey for an organization that, okay, now is the time, right time to establish a COE, or is it not something like that? So, what are your views on that?
See, this is quite a difficult one. Okay, but I'll try to answer it with my
Hmm.
experience. Uh, there is no such right or wrong
Right time.
time. Okay,
Okay.
it's
Okay.
all about how you approach your uh,
Hmm.
practice of automation strategically. Okay, if
Hmm.
you are from the start looking at just deploying quick wins, okay,
Hmm.
and you're not into an enterprise wide automation,
Okay.
and you're not under the pressure of following security standards
Hmm.
or controls or guidelines. I think
Right.
it's good that you start small and you don't start with the COI, okay?
Okay.
Because uh, in the end, it's the budget also that
Right.
matters
Right.
a lot,
Obviously.
okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
But once you are deploying bots on a larger scale, okay, where the bots are almost heading to 100 odd, okay, that's
Correct.
huge.
Correct.
Then the need of standardization comes into play.
Standardization. Right,
Yes,
right.
then
Very
the need
important.
of specialized knowledge comes into play.
Hmm.
You also look out for innovation, okay,
You're right, right, right.
wherein you start innovating and you start researching to drive more automation.
Hmm.
Further, you also start looking at efficiency now because you've got 100 bots, how to optimize the
Correct,
licenses, what is
correct.
the best that I can deliver, okay,
Right.
and am I doing duplication, okay,
Hmm.
because you have
Reworking.
reusable components, right?
Right,
So am
right,
I
right.
using them? Am I spending a lot of time on development? Then the need of COE arises. And finally,
Okay.
the governance. Okay,
Hmm.
is there
Hmm.
proper governance on the bots? Is
Hmm.
there proper compliances on the bots? This is
Right,
what comes into play, and this
right.
is where you start looking at building a COE to optimize resource utilization, to reduce cost, so that you get economies of scale.
Correct, correct. Got it, got it. Okay. Yeah, Shripad. So we have cleared the why, we have cleared the when, and how to establish a CY. I think we have very much overall discussed that as well. Now, before we end this discussion on this particular topic, right? Few final points that you would like to highlight on best practices or things that should be critically taken care of while establishing a COE. So something if in 2 or 3 bullet points, if you would like to highlight about that, and then we can end the discussion.
See, the primary thing is strategic alignment. When you're
Okay.
establishing a COE,
Mm-hmm.
ensure that you're aligning with business objectives, which will drive the strategic initiatives. Okay,
Correct.
that should be the main core focus when you're building a COE.
Mm-hmm.
Second bit is look at cost savings, look at
Correct.
utilization of the resources, look at avoiding rework, or you call that
Hmm.
duplicates, right? Avoid doing
Correct.
that. Okay, so
Correct.
that you get economies of scale. That's the second thing. And third thing is primarily knowledge sharing.
Knowledge
When
sharing.
you build a
Correct.
COE, you should always look at transferring knowledge from the
Hmm.
developers to BAs, from BAs to developers, and it's
Right.
like to forth and back
Right.
to business, so that they also get to that next level,
Right.
so that you are able to talk on technology. Okay,
Right.
so that is the third thing that you should look at. And primarily, you should always look at uh, governance. I'm a big fan of governance.
Hmm.
You could
Yeah.
build hell number of bots, okay, but are you
Hmm.
having compliances on those bots? Are you
Correct.
managing risk while these
Hmm.
bots are delivered? Are you ensuring your codes are meeting cyber principles? Is
Hmm.
because tomorrow, if there is any cyber attack, then the
Hmm.
whole estate is likely to get compromised. So
Correct.
this is the final one that I should be looking at as my key
Okay.
deliverables when I'm delivering a COE. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think the video has been helpful now. Like I said at the start of the video, our main aim with this series of videos is not about teaching something technical, because for that there are so many YouTube tutorials, there are academy of any platform that you want to learn, right? With this series of videos, what we actually want to do is help understand the business side, the non-technical end of that. Because Shripad, me being as a developer, right? Whenever I get pulled into a sales call or a, like sales pre-sales call or something where you are discussing in general about the business or about the process, it feels like that disconnect. That why I don't know these things, right? So now with this series of videos, right? See, I always knew that okay, there is something like center of excellence, but having this discussion with you now helps me understand like what are the things, the strategic planning that we are talking about, the cost saving things, or the governance thing that we are talking about. It helps me gain more insights into that. So similarly, for the people who stayed till the end of the video and watched it, if you have any such topic that you feel you are disconnected about in your organization while building a process, please feel free to comment that in the comment section, and myself and Shripad will make sure that we cover that in the series of videos that we are going to do. We already have multiple topics lined up. So, yes, obviously, we are going to record on that as well. But if there is any topic, a non technical topic or a business related topic that you think we should cover, then please put down in the comment section. And yeah, thank you so much, Shripad. I think it was an insightful discussion, and I hope it helps the viewers to understand fundamentally everything about COE. And thank you for collaborating for this video.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure. Take
Yeah.
care.